not disintegrate her head, but disintegrate the thing on her head.
Okay. The thing on her head is kind of like a living construct. It begins to scuttle after pulling two tubes out of her ears away from her, like a top down face hugger almost. That thing you disintegrate with great
Pachoo!
with great
Prejudice.
prejudice.
Pachoo!
And then eventually she sort of comes to. You realize that in an explosion, one of the jars with one of the elven brains inside of it kind of
Uh,
broke.
People with bodies are more important than people that are in jars.
Yep.
So get Rala out of there. I don't see a need to fight an Ethergaunt. Robe or no robe, no matter how stylish the robe is, that is not the point of being in the room.
We'll call it an ethereal doctor.
The ether doctor. Is it time for your procedure?
You managed to save Rala, and it looked like Oberon was saved by something else.
Yeah.
For a short period of time, things calm down. There are investigations, and guards in the gate are doubled and tripled. The House Feral basically is, in some circles, considered exile, whereas other elves just don't seem to care what House Feral did.
They murdered. They killed elves.
There were some individuals, yes. Lord Ivos Feral does not speak for the entire house.
Mm-hmm.
And there are still elves of House Feral that are here, like they don't know what happened, and they're forced to kind of live outside of where their mansion is, and there are a few of them that have to reconstruct their mansion.
They probably don't have status anymore. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. There's a bit of upheaval in Myth Loros. Is there anything in particular that you want to research while during this short period of time? It's a few years.
Yeah, I would like to research the Wind Dukes.
Yep.
The Wind Dukes specifically.
Okay, give me a knowledge planes.
Okay. This one is fairly decent. Knowledge planes. 36.
As if they sent me to a page that then had no information on it. Stupid. $36. They are also known as the Vati. Two A's in Vati.
Okay.
They do not eat as a species, subsisting only on the air that they breathe. They are also called the Wind Dukes of Aqua. Two A's, Q, no U. Unaging creatures of air that are, in some of the texts, written as primordial lawful beings.
Gross.
They are a race, like they're sort of depicted as humanoid-ish, that they stand against one of the primordial beings of chaos, or the many primordial beings of chaos. in a time where the concept of good and evil didn't exist yet.
When it was just law and chaos. They hadn't... those concepts hadn't developed yet.
Yep.
Hmm.
Is there any reference to a weird birthmark? Or a symbol similar to that of a weird birthmark? Okay. The libraries contain... Oh, I heard
Stupid ad again. Is D&D sites trying to get paid?
Is there any reference to or references to Agria? I think Agria is the world they went to.
Agrova is the world.
Agrova, sorry, Agrova. There's like not specifically for the Wind Dukes. I just want to make certain there's not another copy of that song.
Okay, you don't find a copy of a song, but they are aware of this world, and you learn about the scourge that happened. That there was some great undead that happened there, and may have wiped out humanity on that world. It is 3 a.m. where the players are. We're trying to we're trying to get to the end. So you do some research and you spend some time looking into the Wind Dukes and Agrova, and unfortunately for you, there are eyes on some of this information. Maybe it was the Wind Dukes. It was probably the Wind Dukes. Where you realize that you're being followed and that you're marked. Like there are shadows following you in Myth Loros, and they know that you know. The attack on your person, Donnovan, doesn't happen until you're in reverie. 4 red ether gaunts, 2 black ether gaunts, and a heavily burned white ether gaunt that looks in a little doctor's outfit simply glide in from the ethereal plane to exact their vengeance. While you're able to blast with your disintegrate spell through several of the red ether gaunts, their clutches get you. They have bombs that make you like self-doubt.
Those are the worst.
And for a moment, you thought you were doomed, as you were a drooling idiot, as they were pushing you down into this bed and strapping you down. The doctor leans in to say to you, "We're not even going to transport you. We're going to extract your brain here." Like you hear this high-pitched sort of sound.
Woohoo!
The room gets all screwy, like something is shearing through the planes, and the tower that you're in is kind of toppling in on itself, and the shearing through the planes blew up a couple of the ether gaunts. Like they just kind of like exploded like bugs. "Don't worry, I'm here to. Don't worry, I'm here to. Don't worry, I'm here to. 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 I'm here to." Like there's some white wizard coming out of, and his face is all wrong, like he's like twitching, kind of like Max Headroom, kind of like repeating, and then everything backs up. and then you know it's coming, and then there's an explosion again.
This time I'm ready for it.
It happens 6 or 7 times.
Oh, this is
Before
not
you're
how
before you're finally shunted violently through the plains, and something is being stuck inside of you, like it was trying to give it to you in your hand, but missed, and is sticking it in between 2 of your ribs. Congratulations, you have one of the stones.
Perfect. Is it
I'm here too. I'm here too. I'm here too. I'm white,
Stab.
white. You arrive on the other side in this place. Whoa! Oh, that hurt. You're inside of what looks like a rib of a dragon, looking down on this weird room full of statues, and there's torches and some blonde-haired people staring up at you in awe as you get shunted along with the dead body of a leaking old man. You've got dragon bones stuck in you, like you're halfway into this thing. You think you're gonna die.
Well,
The old man is already dead beside you. You notice that, like his eyes are flickering a little bit and blood coming out of his mouth. And you can hear this, like, guns going off about 3 feet off to the side from where the wizard is. Midwick?
Woo!
Yeah, you're like, ah! Like there's some sort of like repeating sound going off, and there are bits of bone flying everywhere as Midwick is trying to free himself from this horrible experience of being saved by the White Wizard. Now, how the 2 of you get to Sailor Wormbine, or at least how Midwick gets to Sailor Wormbine. You remember what the Sailor Wormbine is built with? Well, it's also now built with your bones, because you're kind of you're like stuck.
we're mortar.
You're
mortar.
Yeah, you're fused. Your flesh is kind of mixed in with the dragon bones, and you guys are having a really hard time of it. And the people of Sailor Wormbine might very well just call a particular healer that they know, someone who's really good at reattaching things and calling upon the powers of Yig to heal these poor people
No,
that arrived.
Don't turn me into a tree. I don't want to be a tree.
So we've got both characters now have arrived on Vosgard. I'll explain later on where where Midwick's stone ends up.
Uh-oh.
As the White Wizard's planner travel saving epic magic
It's not comfortable.
is
Don't
not
put yourself into a position to be saved. It's not comfortable.
working so well.
No, it worked just fine.
And I shall remind you of the preamble
I'm
of
here
the
too.
entire show.
Save the frickin' universe, you dumbasses. Stop breaking it.
Which I will
You
read part of right now.
You break it, you bought it. In a time when heroes... Something. I've heard this before. I can't remember the words, though.
And a bunch of them screwed up. We had to bring in 3 more. Season 2.
Could they be the last?
Throughout the eons, mythic heroes have risen and fallen like a cosmic tide and have helped steer the course of history. These great beings have taken a myriad of shapes and forms and played many roles, from stalwart defenders to dastardly villains, but one constant held true. They were drawn together in the direst times by the collective hopes of the multitude of the multiverse. Once again, a group of heroes cut from the same cloth are drawn together. Will they rise to the occasion and walk amongst the immortals, or will their footsteps be mere shadows of the past, soon to fade into legend, and legend to myth? This is their tale, the story of the last generation of their kind.
Guess what, Ahmed?
Yo.
The end of your story is going to suck.
End of all our stories is gonna suck.
All right,
I've totally
so
forgot about that of the previous backgrounds, and then it's like they're cutting my what off? I want a dimension door, please.
All right. There is something bad that's happening in Myth Loros. Something bad. And we now know a little bit more about Azildan.
We do.
And we know how you get to Volsgard.
None of that back talk, boy. You owe me. I sang you a lullaby one time.
Wait. Do you know how to get to Vosgard from Myth Loros? Or do you know that song?
I know many, many songs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know how to get to Myth Loros.
Yep.
But
We'll list out what the songs he knows. He knows probably anywhere from a dozen, like at least a dozen songs, to places that might be worth going or dangerous to go to. And next week we'll do Midwick's background if you're around, Ahmed.
yeah, man.
Midwick actually comes from the Empire that is invading Galith's lands. And then the game after that, Mark, we're going to do Azildan and his time in hell.
That will be just fun for everyone.
It'll be good. As always. It'll be good.
Woo!
Marty, if you're not an English professor or teacher, I will be disappointed. Just saying. Actually have a master's in computer science with sort of like a applied psychology a little bit. And then, yeah, I work in tech. So I herd cats for a living. Like I basically have head in the business, feet in the technology, and I try to make sure that the 30 devs or 10 devs or whoever was on my team at the time are building the right thing. So, yeah.
Good game, guys. I gotta go because I'm getting texts from upstairs, which is not a good sign.
Got it. It's 3:30 in the AM on the east side.
Yep.
I think this is a good place to leave it. Mark, great job DMing tonight. I think that worked out well. If you enjoyed doing it, and if the other guys enjoy having it done, running a scene once in a while seems pretty cool. I'm up for that sort of experimentation. I think
But Mark, you're not allowed to make the characters for those scenes.
Yeah. Well, you're not allowed to DM your own character. Yeah.
Well, Zildan's time in the candy factory was going to be great.
All right, guys. Thanks for those that stopped by on the channel. We saw some new faces and old faces. Good seeing you guys around, and I hope that you guys enjoy this as much as we do. Peace.
Yeah,
Have a
good
night.
night, guys. Good night, Daddy. Shiraz to all y'all.